ALCS Game 1 tonight. This is the series we have all been waiting for all year long, let's be honest. We got the Bronx Bombers, the New York Yankees, going up against the Houston Astros, the team that is built to win at all costs. The Yankees got that slugger lineup, that amazing bullpen, where you got the Astros, crazy good lineup, crazy good starting rotation. I'm gonna give you my thoughts, my feelings on this series. I'm gonna go position by position, giving you the breakdown of each matchup, and then eventually tell you my prediction for who's gonna win the series, as well as the MVP. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it. That's the best way to show your support on the channel. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content. If you love baseball, click that sub button. Join the team. We're always making baseball content over here. Remember to get in that comment section down below. Give me your predictions as to who you think is going to win the ALCS and the ALCS MVP. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And remember, if you want to watch the game along with me live and some people in the chat, make sure to head on over to twitch.tv/GiraffeNeckMarc. I'm streaming every day during the postseason if you want to watch along with me. So let's talk about what's essentially going to be the World Series before the World Series even happens. Because let's be honest, whoever wins this series is most likely going to go on to the next round and win it all. So the ALCS is essentially the World Series. Let's start it off with the starting pitching for each team. So we got the New York Yankees, who maybe aren't built around the starting pitching as much, but they still have a solid core. James Paxton, Masahiro Tanaka, Luis Severino, J Happ. Those are going to be the four starting pitching arms that you see for the Yankees, and you might even see J Happ come out of the bullpen. Tanaka's been fantastic in the playoffs in his career. You have to give him credit there. I think he has an ERA like in the ones during the postseason. Luis Severino, when he's healthy and he's on, has some of the nastiest stuff in the game. And James Paxton is a really solid pitcher. It just depends what version of him you get. Are you going to get James Paxton that gives up a lot of runs in the first inning and struggles all game, or are you going to get no-hit James Paxton that we saw in Seattle? They're going up against the Houston Astros rotation, which, I mean, it's probably the best top three in baseball. You got Greinke in game one, who Greinke is solid, and as a 3, that's ridiculously good. He had a rough start in Tampa Bay, but look at his numbers through the past couple years. He's a solid pitcher. He was pitching away on the road in Tampa Bay. Expect to see him pitch a lot better in this series. We got Justin Verlander going in game 2, Garrett Cole going in game 3. Either of those two could win the Cy Young this year. They are both disgusting. We know about how good Justin Verlander is. I'm gonna say it. Here you go, guys. Justin Verlander is like a fine wine. He gets better with age. It's unbelievable how good this guy's been pitching. He didn't have a great game on 3 days rest in Tampa Bay, but even at his worst, he didn't pitch that poorly. And with this Houston Astros lineup, I mean, you just need to keep it close. They can put up a lot of runs. They're great offensively. And then Garrett Cole, who has come out and just been the best pitcher of the postseason thus far. Disgusting performances back-to-back against the Rays, striking out 10+ batters. Just absolute domination. If you want to see a pitcher who knows what he's doing out there, dominate batters, make them look foolish, Garrett Cole's a guy you need to watch. I gotta give the advantage to the Houston Astros in the rotation there. It's just disgusting. You're gonna be facing those 3 guys at least twice probably in a 7-game series. Astros rotation is just so good. I give them the advantage there over the Yankees, which moves us now onto the bullpen, and we'll start off with the Yankees again, where you've got Adam Ottavino, Aroldis Chapman, Chad Green, Zach Britton, Tommy Kahnle. You're just simply not going to find a better bullpen in baseball than what the New York Yankees have. They have 5 legitimate guys who can come in at any time and get outs when needed. Going up against the Astros bullpen, which isn't bad, it's just not as good as the Yankees. Roberto Osuna, really solid closer. Will Harris has been lights out this year. Ryan Presley has been a really nice 8th inning guy for them. Hector Rondon if needed. Urquidy, Josh James, Joe Smith. They have a lot of arms out there. They didn't take Wade Miley on their roster because the Yankees really don't have any left-handed bats. I think it was actually a smart move by the Astros there to just fill it with right-handed pitchers, because that's who you're going to be facing with the New York Yankees. I'd be crazy to not give this advantage to the New York Yankees. Their bullpen is the best bullpen in baseball. I cannot even play the I hate the Yankees card here. The Yankees bullpen is just better. Now to move on to the lineup, at the catcher position, we got New York Yankees Gary Sanchez going up against the tandem of Robinson Chirinos and Martin Maldonado for the Houston Astros. Maldonado is Garrett Cole's catcher. It seems like personal guy. He's been catching him in the playoffs. He's really good defensively, offers almost nothing at the plate. Robinson Chirinos a little more at the plate, a little less defensively. They're not a bad catching combo. They're just not going to be the reason why you win a game typically. Whereas Gary Sanchez has the chance to change the game with one swing of the bat. He is that valuable at the plate. Behind the dish, I know he's gotten better. He's still not great back there. He still boxes a lot of balls, but he's got a cannon, can limit the run game a little bit, but you have him there for his bat. He just can hit a home run at any moment in the game when he's up at the plate. I'm gonna give the advantage to the Yankees behind the dish with Gary Sanchez. First base, you got Yuli Gurriel of the Houston Astros going up against AL MVP DJ LeMahieu. I say that with air quotes because when I joke about it sarcastically, a lot of you think I'm serious. Clearly, he's not the AL MVP. Yuli Gurriel had probably the best year of his career this year in Houston. He had some crazy hot months, put up some of the best numbers of his career. And same thing with DJ LeMahieu, definitely had the best season of his career. Go figure, he played in Colorado for the previous, 6 or 7 seasons, didn't put up the power numbers or the RBI numbers that he did with the Yankees this season. I'm gonna give the advantage here to DJ LeMahieu and the New York Yankees. LeMahieu had a fantastic year, like a crazy good year. He does all the little things the Yankees need at the top of the order, gets on base, drives in runs, hits with runners in scoring position, can hit a home run if you need it as well, and he plays a decent first base. Yuli Gurriel's a solid player, but I just think DJ LeMahieu gets the advantage here. Second base, this is a good battle right here. This is probably one of the closer ones where we got Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros going up against Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres, the young second baseman, coming up, gonna be one of the better players in the league for years to come for sure. Crazy amount of power from him, a really solid hitter at the plate. Defensively, he's good at second base. You move him over to short, not that much, but he's not gonna be playing short, so that doesn't matter. But I gotta go with Jose Altuve on this one. Jose Altuve is the best second baseman in baseball. First off, in the playoffs, the guy goes off. He is crazy good in the playoffs. Seems like he's hitting doubles and home runs every single time he steps up to the plate. And despite his slow start to the season, he had a really good year in 2019. Almost put up better slash lines than the MVP season he had back in 2017. For some reason, everyone throws Jose Altuve to the side like he's a done-washed player. Jose Altuve is the best second baseman in baseball, which is why I'm picking him over Gleyber Torres. It is very close. I mean, like inches away, but you gotta go with Jose Altuve. He's a stud. At shortstop, we got the battle of like 2 injured guys here. Didi Gregorius coming back from Tommy John surgery really hasn't looked great in the second half when he's been healthy. He hit a big grand slam against the Twins, but I'm interested to see what he does against a little better pitching with the Houston Astros. Going up against Carlos Correa, who's had back problems, who has ankle problems. He has problems everywhere. It seems like he's always hurt, but when he's healthy, he makes a massive impact in the game. For me, I'm gonna have to go with Carlos Correa here. I think his bat offers a little bit more than Didi Gregorius. Didi kind of lives at Yankee Stadium. At home, he's gonna be great. On the road, a little bit of a different story. And defensively, Carlos Correa is so incredibly underrated. He has a ton of range. He has a cannon of an arm. He makes some really, really tough plays out there for the Astros. And if you can just get a little bit of offense out of him, he's going to be so valuable. So I'm picking Carlos Correa over Didi Gregorius in this matchup. Third base, you got Alex Bregman versus Gio Urshela. Kind of 2 really good players this year. Gio Urshela came out of nowhere, completely doubted by everyone, myself included. I will say I doubted him completely. But he has shown that he can be a really solid Major League Baseball player at the next level. Plays a really solid third base, hits for a decent average, has a little pop in his back, gets on base, puts the ball in play. But then there's Alex Bregman, who does it, and he does it even better than Gio Urshela. Nasty at third base, great fielder. I feel like a very underrated fielder. Some people don't think he's one of the better fielding third basemen in the game. And then when you get him up at the plate, swinging the bat, he's one of the best in the game. He might be the AL MVP this year. There's conversations that he could be Mike Trout. If you can possibly be Mike Trout, guess what? You can definitely beat Gio Urshela. Yes, Alex Bregman is the obvious choice here. It's Alex Bregman. There's no choice. To the outfield we go, where we start off in left field, where we have Michael Brantley going up against Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton's definitely hurt. He's hobbled. He doesn't have much range out there in the outfield, and even running the bases, he's looking pretty slow. The thing you like about Stanton, though, is that kind of like Gary Sanchez, with one swing of the bat, he can hit the ball about 10,000 feet. Michael Brantley, a little bit of a slow start against Tampa Bay in the playoffs, but he hits for a high average. He has a great eye at the plate, puts the ball in play, and those last few games, he started to swing the bat a little bit better, and obviously has a little more mobility than Giancarlo out in left field. Brantley had similar numbers to DJ LeMahieu this year, so if you think DJ LeMahieu's a stud, you might as well think Michael Brantley is. Brantley gets my choice here for the advantage over the Yankees. In center field, you're going to go Brett Gardner / Aaron Hicks. I'm thinking Gardner's going to get the majority of the playing time. He's going up against George Springer of the Houston Astros. As hot as Brett Gardner's been for the Yankees this year, I just can't pick him. I cannot do that to myself. As a baseball fan, as someone who just like looks at talent and tells you who's better and who's not, I can't tell you Brett Gardner's better than George Springer. There's just no way. But George Springer is really good. If this guy was healthy for the entire year, he would also be in the MVP conversation. Check his stats from 2019. Nasty numbers. Plays a pretty good center field, has a lot of range out there. He has a strong arm, and at the plate, he's a beast. He has home run power. He can run the bases well. He's going to hit doubles. Great leadoff hitter, and in the playoffs, he steps it up. I mean, we saw him do that World Series MVP. He's had good playoffs in the past, so I'm going to give the advantage here, obviously, to the Houston Astros and George Springer. Right field, we got Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees going up against Josh Reddick / Kyle Tucker of the Houston Astros. Reddick in that lineup fits perfectly, but overall, not that solid of a player. Kyle Tucker offers a little more, but you also lose a little bit because he swings and misses a lot, and when you're comparing them to Aaron Judge, it's just not even close. Aaron Judge had a slow year this year. It wasn't Aaron Judge-like, but he's still really good, and defensively, honestly, probably one of the better right fielders in the game. Extremely underrated out there. And then you throw in how good he is at the plate with his discipline. He does strike out a little bit, but I feel like he's putting the ball in play a little bit more recently. Still has that great power, can take the ball to all fields. So obviously, I'm going with the Yankees here and Aaron Judge. I'm not crazy, guys. I know who's good and who's not. Which leads us to the final position of today's video, which is going to be the DH, because unlike National League Baseball, we have a DH in this one, where you got Yordan Alvarez for the Houston Astros Astros going up against Edwin Encarnacion, and this one's a little tough. Edwin Encarnacion has obviously had postseason experience before. He had a great ALDS against the Minnesota Twins. The dude just rakes at the plate. But Yordan Alvarez also had a pretty solid ALDS against the Rays. I think he offers a little bit more at the plate, a little more consistency than Edwin Encarnacion, but I think for the overall choice here, I'm going to go with Yordan Alvarez over Edwin Encarnacion, but arguably could be a push. So, we now know who I think has the advantage at every position in the playoffs. It is time to say what my final prediction is. I think this series goes the distance. I think we're seeing 7 games. It's going to be an absolute brawl. They're going to be going back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if the home team wins every single game in this series. It's going to be that close, and I feel like home field advantage is going to be a big part of the series. So, for that reason, 7 games, Houston Astros over the New York Yankees, 4-3 in the ALCS, moving on to the World Series. It's gonna be a really, really good series to watch. Like, I'm obviously not a Yankee fan. I'm a Mets fan. This is the one that I've even probably had circled on my calendar since the start of the year. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. We finally get to see it, and the ALCS MVP is going to be Michael Brantley. So those are my predictions. I would love to know what you guys think about them down in the comment section below. Yankee fans, go ahead, tell me how biased I am, even though I told you everything that was right. I'd love to hear how biased I am, but go ahead, give me your predictions down below. Let me see if you know better than me. Remember, leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. Remember, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch tonight, so if you want to watch the game along with me in the chat, head on over to twitch.tv/GiraffeNeckMarc, links in the description. And that's going to wrap up today's video. We got some good content coming out for you tomorrow, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, wrapping it up here, YouTube recommends you watch this video right here, as well as this is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them, guys. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me throughout the playoffs. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all tomorrow for another video.